So my goal in the next hour is, now that I've burned up 4 minutes, is to invite up, and since, okay, we have the energy sector here, I'm just gonna go from that side across. The person who was writing for that sector, come up.
Being able to mitigate those peaks and reduce costs across the board will be really important, and advanced metering infrastructure is foundational to that. It can't happen without AMI.
You've got vehicles, which include RTA, delivery vehicles, cars, school buses. Then you have trains, you have planes, you have ferries, and you have bicycles.
And climate change
On the Cape and
on the Cape and Islands, right? So in order to do that, in order to facilitate that, we discussed the idea of having tentatively named net zero club chapters. And it was very important to us that they not be affiliated with any one school, but rather be on some neutral territory, possibly a local public library, where kids from various schools could then come together with educator adults supporting their efforts.
We want, thirdly, to seek a buy-in from the wider community beyond the church walls to the surrounding community to push more aggressively for commitments from our surrounding community to take the kinds of changes that will lead us toward the goals that we've articulated today.
Number one was, and this is not in any particular order here, all Cape and Island towns should become green community towns by October 2020.
So we'd like to analyze the above-ground carbon storage trends on Cape Cod since about 2003, or the time period when high-resolution satellite imagery became available, and compare that to carbon emissions on the Cape, both natural and human sources during that same time period, and then look at what the overall potential of carbon storage on the Cape is in this landscape and our ecosystems here, to kind of frame the rest of our actions from here on out.
We think a collaborative network that we can get together and share and communicate about what we're doing and what we can do together to communicate climate change action.
So when you talk about built environment, you can say mitigation and all the marvelous things. I'm a mass save contractor. There's a lot of money laying on the table out there for us to renovate our existing housing stock. HERS can come up with rating scores for energy efficient mortgages for going forward and incentivizing the market. And then just to wrap up, to look at incentives to get people to want to do that, not just make it a policy.